If you're planning on buying any cards from TCG Player, make sure you use our affiliate link right here in the description of our video to help support the channel. It's the best way to do it and it's free. Make sure you check out Potown Store. They're having a Christmas gift promotion where you can apply for Christmas gifts for someone else to be gifted code cards and other cool surprises. And they're having a bunch of discounts and sales on all the latest Pokemon code cards, as you can see right here. And when you're checking out, you can use Tablemon code for 5% off. If you're from Europe, mealybotsgaming.com is a great option to get your cards from. They have all sorts of sealed products, merchandise, and all the sets available from Pokemon Sun and Moon upwards, including the latest Hidden Fate set. Don't forget to use Tablemon code when checking out to get a further 5% off from your final purchase. Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new day of Road to TCG World 2020. Thank you so much for joining me today. Very happy to be here, and we are now going to be continuing with our expanded coverage. Reshiram Zekrom is the other big tag team that will be showing up in this new meta. We are playing our own ADP, but I've really liked Reshiram Zekrom. I actually think it has a lot of potential against all the tag team decks out there. It had the glaring fairy type weakness against Guardian, but I actually think Guardian is a fine matchup because you're trading one KOs and it's actually much easier and you can do it much faster with this deck. So hopefully the gameplay shows you this. We have Fabled Flare Bolt dealing 90 damage for up to 3 energies you discard. Saludos hasta Chile, Patol. Up to 3 energies you discard Fire or Lightning to deal up to 270 damage. However, in Expanded you do have access to Choice Band, therefore you can one-hit KO every single tag team out there, including Moltres Articuno's Zapdos tag team, which has 300 HP. Now we also have Crossbreak GX Plus, where we can deal 170 damage to one of our opponent's bench Pokemon. But if we played Ants Resolve, we actually choose 2 of our opponent's bench Pokemon and deal 170 to each. So that's really impactful when you're playing a format that has access to the Dedenne, Tapu Lele, and Shaymin-EX as basically staples, right, to help with consistency and whatnot. So really looking forward to using this deck. It does suffer pretty badly against the deck we featured yesterday, which is Ultra Guzma Garb. Because of the non-GX reliance, you can try to use Alter Creation to even off the price straight off, but it's still a pretty terrible matchup, and I haven't been able to figure out a way in order to improve that matchup. We have Ho Rebirth, because that way we can get energies from the discard pile and utilize them to our attack. We have the Giratina-EX as well with Renegade Pulse with Chaos Will, in order to try and maybe get a cheap win if we get to power this up on turn 1 against the Ultra Guzma Garber decks, but it's still not enough. And I'm probably just taking this, but I figured it was a nice option to have. And then we have Lele, Shaymin, and Dedenne for draw purposes, along with Coco Prism Star, which is really nice to, once again, use Fabled Flare Bolts. Now, Fabled Flare Bolts is covered by a single Double Dragon, so that's really impactful. It's really, really good for this deck. We have very few supporters, but we do have a lot of supporting cast, so these is fine. And we have Max Elixirs, of course, to get more energy into play so that we can Fabled Flare Bolts continuously, and we have a bunch of utility options, but especially choice bands are important. I do believe taking out the Defining Fury Belt for a 3rd choice band, taking out this guy for maybe a Zapdos even could be worth it. And let's jump into a ladder. I think a lot of these decks are just better seen. Wow. Why is this unusable? What the heck happened here? Huh. Why is all of this completely unusable? I actually do not know why they have all those big crosses. I'll find out eventually, I guess. But that's really weird. That's really weird. All right. Alright. So we are up against a Fire, Lightning, Colorless Psychic deck. So if I didn't know any better, I would say maybe this is Mewtwo and I'm in the wrong ladder. Thank you so much for the follow, Bonoxian. Pretty decent start, definitely pretty decent start. Paso el cómo va a depender del meta, muy bueno. De hecho hice top 8 en un regional y luego gané un cup y quedé top 4 en otro, entonces lo veo bastante fuerte. Alright, so this is probably Mewtwo? No, never mind. This is some sort of Garchomp Giratina deck, which if we play our cards right, we might just get a turn 1 knockout right here, which would be fantastic. Definitely no complaints if we can get 3 prizes on turn 1. Dealing 300 on turn 1 for this deck is actually, I would say, fairly common. Fairly common. And it's especially good against other tag team decks. It suffers against anything that's single prize attackers, which is very common in Expanded. But I generally don't know how to fix that. Acerola might be the way to tank hits and then heal and then boom. But the discard from Ultra Guzma is also pretty annoying. So there's definitely Mewtwo. Gladion and Teammates is interesting. And we get End out of our really cool looking hand. Unfortunately, not the end of the world, but not ideal. This is definitely a less like straightforwardly powerful hand. Because in the previous hand we had draw with the Ultra Ball, like sending with Ultra Ball and then set up into a supporter. Whereas right now we have just a supporter and then we'll see what else happens. We do know that Shaymin is not prized, so that's kind of good, I guess. Oh, and I don't need the choice band. Why am I talking so much about the choice band when I actually don't need the choice band? Okay, so there is Glacian-EX. There's no sign of Jolteon or Jolteon-EX or Altaria-EX so far, both of which are very problematic for this deck, and the sole reason why I think playing a Pogon Ranger here might be good. I do need Lightning Energy in the discard pile, so that's why I'm not grabbing the Max Elixir. I feel like Fighting Fury Belt, the active, Float Stone the bench. Well, actually no, Float Stone the active, Fighting Fury Belt the bench, because this gives me flexibility, right? This definitely gives me flexibility. And then we'll go ahead and Juniper. Very underwhelming hand, that's for sure. Very underwhelming hand. And no follow-up for next turn. So this was literally worst case scenario. Josh, thank you so much for subscribing with Twitch Prime. 14 months, that's a lot of months. Thank you so much for resubscribing with Twitch Prime. Very kind of you. Thank you so much. How are you doing, Josh? Alright. So what can I do? No VS Seekers, no Ultra Balls, no N, no Follow-Up Juniper, no Dedenne, no Shaymin. Not much you can do there, right? Not much you can actually do there. My opponent decides to continue power up the Garchomp Giratina. That turn 1 N was so problematic. And now my opponent gets to Wonder Tag, probably for a Sycamore or Juniper, whichever he prefers. For Expanded, it's actually Cynthia. It is actually Cynthia. And there's the Macargo. Interesting that he's using Macargo. And hello, Native Friend, how are you doing? My day is going well, thank you so much. It's been very active so far, and I had a lot of things to do in the morning, which is why I ended up streaming a little bit later today. It won't be a long stream, but hopefully I can cover at least 2 different decks. Alright, so we get Snipe for 40. We top deck Shaymin, so I definitely need to play that down. So I'm thinking I don't want to play the Escape Rope though. Yeah, my bench is looking very cluttered, however, but I need to do this. I absolutely needed to do this. Alright, so now we get the double dragon. Does it really matter? Okay, so now I need a head flip, right, in order to be able to get a knockout. This turn I am missing 1 energy to get my first 3 prizes, or I can simply hit this elixir, or I can also do this, and now I'm guaranteed knockouts as long as I grab the Cocoa Prism. I could just grab another elixir, but this is guaranteed, and I'd really rather do that. So in order of likelihood, right, like in terms of what I want to do, I think I'll try the elixir. My opponent says I have a good deck, I whiff it, so then let's go the first rebirth, which is Tails, the second rebirth, which is Tails. Alright, so the exact scenario we wanted to avoid is what we have to do because we were so unlucky with the elixir plus the 2 Tails flips, but that's okay. We will still manage to get this KO, which is fairly nice. And as long as we manage to flip 1 heads next turn, my opponent should be benching a Mewtwo somewhere down the line. And if that does happen, then we go Lele for Guzma. Well, actually, no, that won't work because we don't have energies. We don't have space on the bench, so never mind. So, yeah. Flipping any heads there would have been fantastic. Once again, the issue is I have no answer, absolutely no answer to Jolteon, right? Which requires 2 energy, so it's fine, but I have no answer to Altaria. So I'm thinking Pokemon Ranger should be fit into this list for sure. Instead of the Giratina-EX, I think that makes sense. I actually think that makes sense. Have Pokemon Ranger instead of the Giratina-EX. That removes the effects of Altaria. Like, you don't care if Mewtwo is doing 50 damage to you with Altaria, like that's gonna be a 6-hit KO, right? So then that gives you plenty of time to just find the Ranger, play it, boom, goodbye Mewtwo. Oh, Altaria again, that's fine. Via Seeker Ranger, boom, goodbye Mewtwo. Hello, Udio. Ranger would negate the ADP GX. It would, Native Ryan, but like, if you've used ADP, then you don't have to use it. And you're not looking to take 4 prizes against a Mew Mew. You know, you can just knock out 2 Mew Mews and that's 6 prizes. So, yes, it negates ADP, but we're not relying on ADP. Like, ADP is good against non-GX decks. And if we're playing against a non-GX deck, well, why would we play Ranger, right? Just because we have the card doesn't mean we have to play it. Doesn't mean we're gonna use it. Especially if it's going to hurt us, right? So I don't know. Those are my thoughts at least. Really, other than my opponent's playing Skyfield as well, instead of Dimension Valley, like that makes absolutely no sense to me. But the Skyfield actually really helps us because the Skyfield means now we can access Guzma, and now as long as we flip 1 head, we are fine. So I'm happy with this. I am very, very happy with this situation. We just need to flip 1 head flip and we have won the game in 2 turns, which is fantastic. So Reshiram Zekrom, I think it's time to shine, will definitely be in expanded. And Felipe, thank you so much for watching me from the bus. Cheers all the way to Chile. Muchas gracias por estar viendo. Alright, so I don't even need to Lele now, but might as well. So I'm gonna grab this. Oh my gosh, is it in here? Oh, it's here. Never mind. That's why you need to check before. Alright. Okay, so 1 head flip, please. 1 head flip rebirth. There we go. That's all we need. That is all we need. Thank you so much, Alex, for resubscribing with Twitch Prime. Thank you so much. 4-month streak. Very nice. Very, very nice. Okay, so I actually did in fact need that Via Seeker that I top decked. If I hadn't top decked, then I would have had to Ultra Ball, like I would have had to thin as much as I could and then Ultra Ball for Dedenne and hope to get a Via Seeker. Now we just deal 300 damage to the Mewtwo. Like, Choice Band or Fighting Fury Belt are only relevant for opposing ADPs because they have 280, or Articuno Moltres Zapdos tag team, which is being played and expanded and has 300 HP. Otherwise, you don't have to worry about anything. Alright, not bad. Not bad at all. Nice showcase of the deck. We had an iffy start, but we top deck Shaymin. We played down the cards that we needed to, and it ended up working out pretty nicely. Pretty nicely. Oh, you're still at the doctor, Alex. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you can get back soon as well. Yeah. I hope you can make the coaching session later. Alright. I really need a different colored water bottle. It's like, look, you can see Tablemon behind me. Alright. Alright. I would like to go first, yes. Oh my gosh. Well, this is not a great start. Hello, friend Ju. Thank you so much for being here. Would you say this is better than the Bird Trio deck that also runs Ho? Yes, I would definitely say this is much better. Okay, so losing 2 double dragons is really not ideal. So I don't think I can afford to play Sycamore here, right? Either I go Shaymin or I just go Lele for N, which is available. So that's good. Don't want to get rid of energy just yet with the Compressor. I think I'm getting rid of Fighting Fury Belt. Yeah, there's 2 choice bands, so Fighting Fury Belt seems okay. And I don't think I'm gonna need ADP versus an ADP based deck. So what else do I discard? I'm thinking the ADP. Could be Ends Resolve as well. Honestly, I'm liking the Ends Resolve. Yeah. And so I could go for Guzma here. I mean, not Guzma, sorry. Shaymin. That feels very underwhelming. So I'm not losing this guy anytime soon. Well, okay, so I don't know. Maybe I want the Fighting Fury Belt. Boop, boop. Definitely the energy. I'm very undecided. Like, I can't attack this turn. No, I'll go with the Fighting Fury Belt because I can't play this before I end. So that's a deciding factor, I guess. My cards are shiny indeed, friend you. No Ninja Boy, no. You don't need Ninja Boy. Like, you have double dragon energies. You don't, your issue, thank you so much for the follow, Yidis Cletos. Your issue is not powering up your issue is not powering up Reshiram. You do that with 1 attachment, so you don't need Ninja Boy. You want Ho to get energies back, wow, in order to wow, what a hand. You want Ho to get energies back. Of course I whiffed that. Do I want a Tingly return? I honestly might. You want Ho to get energies back to deal more damage. Powering up Reshiram is not difficult at all. Alright, so we see Silent Lab. Don't mind that too much. It's not great because it stops Ho-Oh and Tapu Koko Prism Star. But we do have, oh, that's very nice, potentially, or pretty bad, depending on what we draw. But we do have 2 Field Blowers and 1 more Stadium in order to compensate for that, so we're fine. So we can't find our Reshiram and Zekroms here. So we'll go for the ADP. Alter Creator, and he's playing all the dragons. She's playing all the dragons. And there's the Alter Creation, alright. Then, thank you. That's very nice. Alright, so I'm gonna Battle Compressor again. I think now I get rid of energies to have variety. Like a double Ho flip would be fine here. would be pretty darn fine. So I'll get rid of that, I'll Float Stone this guy, and then I'll Juniper. I won't be needing ADP in this matchup either. What I did need, however, well, now I need to hit double Elixir after I thin 3 energies from my deck, so that's not very likely, right? There's 5 energies, I'm looking at 6 cards, so I mean, I guess odds are fine. Well, never mind. Well, I didn't even have knockout because I don't have Choice Band or Fighting Fury Belt. So we're gonna get attacked next turn. That's completely okay. I just need to find a stadium or a field blower, and that's all we need. So I'll deal 180. I'll deal 180 for now. Next turn we go attach, Juniper, see what else we get. I'm not super worried about my opponent's deck. Like, he's gonna deal some damage here, that's fine. The fact that we can 1KO and they can't, that's the big part. And Ultimate Ray, alright. He's playing so many special energies though, that what's the point of Ultimate Ray then? Okay, maybe this is greedy and I don't need to do that. Actually, attaching the fire seems better, because that way I only need 1 head flip or Koko Prism, like Field Blower Koko Prism, and I still have 2 others. Really? No Field Blowers? No Stadiums? No Choice Band? No Fighting Fury Belt? What? Oh my gosh. Well, now I'm in trouble. What the heck? Now I'm in trouble. What were the chances of that? I had 5 cards I could draw. Wait, what? Oh, the rainbow. Oh. The rainbow energy. I didn't even realize the damage. Still though, like I had 5 cards I could draw to help me, and I got none of, well, 4 cards. I did discard this, I guess. So I had 4 outs to help me, and then I didn't draw any of them. Which is annoying. My opponent simply passes. Alright, still nothing. Okay. I should be able to draw it this time, right? I should be able to draw it this time around. Let's do that. We'll grab this guy. Okay, we have 1 Field Blower, so the other one is prize. We have 1 Parallel City. We have double Choice Band. We do need 2 of those in combination. And there's no more Pokemon left in my deck, so I'm just going to Juniper. And there's the Choice Band. There's the Field Blower. Do I even have any energy left to do that? I do actually, so that's relevant. So then we go this, there's no way we miss it. Then we go Computer Search, discarding these 2, and we grab a Field Blower, whatever, it doesn't really matter. And then we go Field Blower, that, and then Choice Band the active. And then we Dance of the Ancients. Oh, the idea would be to Ninja Boy to reuse the Ho-Oh. I feel like Parallel City is just better at that. And usually, like, if you're up against a non-tag team deck, you don't need to discard that many energies anyway, so it's fine. And against tag team decks, you need like each Ho-Oh would be enough. So you don't need to reuse Ho-Oh continually, right? Between the double dragons are just so cost effective, and Koko Prism is like a guaranteed Ho-Oh as well. All right, so let's do one more. And I haven't done viewer battles in a long time, friend Chu, but because I haven't streamed on Fridays in a long time, I won't be able to stream this Friday either. But if I'm streaming on Friday, that's usually when I do viewer battles. Next Friday I don't have anything going on, so maybe that's when I'll be able to do a viewer battle. Alright, so not the best hand. But it's not the worst either. Maybe starting Lele was better. Okay, we're gonna get at least a mulligan, which is nice. We do get a mulligan and aqua patches, rough seas, fighting fuel belts, and water energy. So I don't know, but we're up against something watery and bulky. A bulky, watery Pokemon. Alright. Alright, so I would like to draw the card. Like, I don't mind discarding energies, it's fine. So it's a watery Pokemon with Garbodor. There's the Garbotoxin Garb. Oh, so it's Pipstoise. Interesting. 310 HP. So we need Fighting Fuel Belt in order to KO that guy. This guy is pretty scary, Megalopony. Because it will always one-shot us, probably. But as long as we can one-shot it back, then it's no big deal. Alright, so I'm gonna bench this guy. So I can elixir onto it. I've top deck 2 energies. And watch me fail the Max Elixir now. Right? Watch me fail the Max Elixir. Sure, let's find Fuel Belt this guy, and then let's go Juniper. Alright, so I did find Elixir. I mean, if I hit the right combination of cards, I can get a K on the Trubbish, which I think is potentially important, right? So I need a head flip here. No, not quite. So let's do this, and then I feel like I just pass here. I'm not gonna waste a Float Stone on this guy, and there's no point in me retreating, so. Alright, we see Elixir from my opponent, he does hit. What can you do? We see a Float Stone, see a Fury Belt. The Fury Belts do put both of them out of range from the regular attack, so now I need Choice Band definitely to KO this guy. Or a Field Blower, right? Or a Field Blower. Does hit the Elixir, that's fine. Am I getting KO'd? No, I'm not. 150 is actually not a KO. Carrying the Trubbish, like, it might have saved us headaches later, but if I had hit the first Elixir, that also would have helped. Now I'm in even more trouble, because now I have to choose with the Field Blower, like all of these. I can't remove 3 tools with Field Blower, so that's problematic. Alright. I don't want to play the Escape Rope, so I'm just gonna Juniper here. And we'll find Double Dragon. I will not, however, find what I need to get a KO. Am I worried though? I'm not super worried. Field Blower and... Alright, so let's get rid of the other Compressor. The N, I guess. And I think that's it. Everything else seems useful. Maybe the treasure is not so useful, but it can still find me Lele. Yeah, I think just these two. These are the only 2 non-important cards so far. So then we'll go bench, we'll go attach. Like, it would be fantastic to just hit for 270. Well, no, he can heal, never mind. Sure, I'll hit for 180. I really need Field Blower next turn though. If I don't get it, I'm in trouble. Because a manual attachment doesn't do it. And it all comes down to a first Elixir, which I whiffed after top decking 2 energies. Okay, Bubble Launcher GX means we are paralyzed. And we are dead. Right? Bubble Launcher does mean we are dead. His next turn he hits for 160. There's no way for me to stop that. I've lost my escape rope last turn. Like if I computer search for Parallel City, if I computer search for Parallel City and stop and reduce his damage, then I actually survive. I think that's the play. I actually think that is the play here. I definitely think that's the play. And then we Sycamore and hopefully we get a Field Blower. Doesn't really matter if I have this or not. And then I'll pass. Alright, so do I survive the turn? Does my opponent have a Stadium card in his 3-card hand? He has a Nestle. It's not a Stadium card. Pipstoys. And he has Via Seeker. I don't think he played a supporter last turn, right? So he top decked that Via Seeker. Yeah, he top decked that Via Seeker. Or he chose not to play it. Does he find a Stadium? If he doesn't find a Stadium, or like if he retreats and attacks me, I'm okay with that. It all comes down to my Field Blower more than anything. And yeah, he's gonna knock me out. It comes down to that Whiffed Elixir. That Whiffed Elixir cost me the knockout on this. Cost me the knockout on this. It's like that Whiffed Elixir is huge. Was huge. Alright. Not the end of the world though. I could consider ending here. Like I'm not scared of anything that he might have. So just drawing more, seeing more cards is better. Like there's nothing he can drop here that threatens this guy that I can think of. Alright, Field Blower it is. Thank you so much. I have the Choice Band, so getting rid of those two seems like the way to go. And then let's see if I can flip one heads here. No, it's actually... so what's the play? If I'm expecting this guy to win me the game, then I can get rid of these two. Yeah, Cocoa Prism, Field Blower, in case I need that next turn. I'm still gonna flip this turn though. Alright, so I definitely need to retreat. And then I'll go bench these guys. Dance of the Ancients, power up. And then I have energy for turn. I'm still gonna flip though. Tails. Oh, and I also flip Tails, right? In that other scenario where I didn't get to KO this guy. So a lot going against us, and we're still probably going to win this. So 1, 2, and 3. I guess I can keep the energy on the Lele for whatever reason. Get the knockout, 300 damage. And we are one attachment away from knocking out anything that my opponent has right now. Even if he goes and plays a third Fighting Fury Belt on this guy, then we are fine. He does have Float Stone. He does have Float Stone, Fighting Fury Belt, Aqua Patches, power up. And in a worst case scenario, he can also Misty Lorelei and reuse the GX attack and paralyze us. But we have Guzma, because if he's using Misty Lorelei, then he's not ending us, right? And there's no surge, so we should be good. There's a delay on stream again. Huh. Oh yeah. There's a delay in my camera. Like what I say and do happens later on the stream. Why is that? Why would that happen? I'm sorry, I'll try to fix it after the stream. Thanks for letting me know though. Okay, so we did get end. We know there's an energy left, and we got the Guzma, so there we go. Oh, and we had abilities to flip for. Oh, and I didn't even need the elixir. I didn't even need the elixir. So yeah, I'm pretty sure like tag team decks should really fear Reshiram and Zekrom. Tag team decks should really fear Reshiram and Zekrom. Sorry about the delay, I don't know what's happening. I'll try and get it fixed now as we go into break. The Alaskan Hero, thank you so much for resubscribing. Thank you so much. Reshiram is a thing, and I think in Expanded, it's going to be a pretty impactful thing. So yeah, we have a very nice win streak with our 2 expanded decks so far. I will be all for Reshiram Zekrom. If you have any ideas on how to solve the Ultra Guzma matchup, I am all ears. Definitely think we need a Ranger though, for sure. But that will be all for this deck. I will be right back in just a second with our next deck of the day. Right back.